Guys, if you're a fan of Ademola Lookman and Atletico Madrid, I think this period is for you to pray hard. Yes, this is time for you to pray for both Ademola Lookman and Atletico Madrid, because according to reports we are getting from Spain, Ademola Lookman and Atletico Madrid, might as well lose the UEFA Champions League opportunity. Yes, according to the report we are getting from Spain, both Ademola Lookman and Atletico Madrid might also lose the Champions League opportunity. Yes, their only opportunity to win a major title this season is at stake as it stands right now. Because after the Copa del Rey final game against Real Sociedad, it has now been confirmed that Ademola Lookman is injured. Yes, it has now been confirmed that Ademola Lookman and Alexander Sørloth, sustained a minor injury which may take them out for 2 weeks. Yes, according to the report we get from Marca, Ademola Lookman and Alexander Sørloth might be out for 2 weeks, but the club is hoping that both players will be available against Arsenal in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-final, which we play in Madrid. So now, if you're an Ademola Lookman lover or an Atletico Madrid fan, start praying now. Start praying that everything goes as planned, because the club are not certain if the both players will be available in that game against Arsenal, but they are hopeful that they might be fit for the game against Arsenal. So you can imagine, if Ademola Lookman and Sørloth is not available against Arsenal, you can imagine what will happen to Atletico Madrid. Believe it or not, Ademola Lookman has played a vital role, a major role in Atletico Madrid this season. Since joining the team in January, this guy has played a major role in their push for a major trophy. Yes, joining them in January, and already the young man has 10 goals contribution already. It's not every player that can actually have such a statistic. Just from January here, you already have 10 goals contribution. This is how important Ademola Lookman is to Atletico Madrid. So I am very, very certain that both Atletico Madrid manager Diego Simeone and even the board, the management, will not be okay if Ademola Lookman actually missed the game against Arsenal. And just like I said earlier, this is just the only opportunity Atletico have, to actually win a title this season. Already, they are not pursuing the La Liga title anymore. Yes, as it stands, Atletico Madrid are not in the race for the La Liga title again. They are fourth on the table and with many, many points behind the leader, FC Barcelona. So as it stands now, the hope of winning the La Liga title this season for Atletico Madrid is all but over. The Copa del Rey they were supposed to win, they were supposed to capitalize on to win as the title this season. They lost it to Real Sociedad. And now they are only competing for the UEFA Champions League, and injury is trying to hamper some of their major players, which is actually not a good one. So ladies and gentlemen, I was actually scrolling through my Facebook page this morning and I came across this post, and according to the post, they said Ademola Lookman and Alexander Sørloth will be out for at least a week, missing the next 2 games. The aim is for both to return against Arsenal. Lookman injury is more serious and time is tight for him to be available. There is optimism for Lookman at Marca. Yes, Marca is one of the major publications in Spain. So, according to Marca, both Alexander Sørloth and Ademola Lookman are likely to miss the next 2 games for Atletico Madrid, and they are hopeful that they will have those 2 players back against Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League. But it is not certain. It is possible that they might not be available for the game against Arsenal also. That is why I say that if you are an Ademola Lookman fan or Atletico Madrid fan, this is time to pray very hard. This is time to pray very hard. If you don't want your team Atletico Madrid, or you don't want your favorite player Ademola Lookman to go trophyless this season, then you need to start praying very, very hard for these players to recover in time ahead of this crucial match. Because as it stands, their chances of going trophyless, I think, is higher. It's higher than winning the trophy this season. Yes, their chances of winning the trophy this season is very, very high than the chances of winning the trophy. Because as it stands, even if Atletico Madrid, just like I said in my other video, even Atletico Madrid are able to beat Arsenal in the semi-final, I don't see Atletico Madrid winning either PSG or Bayern Munich in the final. So, but You cannot write anything off in football. Yes, in football, anything can happen. So we cannot categorically come out and say, okay, Atletico Madrid season is over. But injury, trying to take some of their players away from the team again, and not just players, but some of their major players from the team again, is an issue of concern. And Atletico Madrid and their fans actually need to have a serious prayer, for these two guys to be very, very available for the game against Arsenal. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the latest news from Spain concerning Ademola Lookman and Alexander Solot. What is your take on this? Do you think that if Ademola Lookman and Alexander Solot are not available for the game against Arsenal, do you think it will have a negative impact on the game? Do you think that Atletico Madrid will be able to defeat Arsenal in the absence of Ademola Lookman and Alexander Solot, or you think it will be an advantage for the English club? Please, whatever your opinion may be on this, I'd like to see it in the comment section. Do well to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on notification to enable you see when next post. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.